What's up, people?
Welcome to the
bakery. That joke is copyright. Which comedian is it?
Milton Jones Mock the Week.
Mock the Week.
I think you laughed a bit more at that, honestly.
Sorry, it's welcome to Anime Amigos.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
As usual, I am Calvin, the Pokemon punk.
I'm Reese, the Gundam Guru.
I'm Ren, the JoJo Genius.
I'm Elliot, the Seraph of the End Survivor, and welcome to our monthly Yowie meeting.
Oh, yes,
if you don't agree with us, fuck you.
It's been
you're
so
wrong.
long. Don't.
Today's yacht shipping is Mineta and All Might. All Might. If you don't believe us, you'll believe me after looking at my fan fiction. Admittedly, this is only part 1 of 13 and a half, but we'll get to it.
Move on.
Chapter 1. Blue balls on the head,
That's
big balls in the pants.
I can't wait for the second instalment.
Oh, you.
This is my life. This is my life.
50 Shades of Purple.
I've lost my hat. Ren, can you get my hat while I do this? So we're here today.
All Might's really going to use that all for one power. So one for all.
One for balls.
So if you're actually getting one of our opinions on Fate Extra, I checked the description box below because we're probably going to go on a bit about our thoughts on Fate as a whole at this point. So if you want actually to know, if you don't care about any of that, you want to just go to our thoughts on Fate Extra, jump to the bit in the description box below. Otherwise, welcome in, because we finally got to see Fate Extra.
Mm-hmm.
We
By the way, screw you, Netflix. Also, I don't know if you actually heard this, but they're actually going to be adding in adverts now.
Yeah, that's been...
Yeah, it's just like, we're paying for this!
Yeah,
just do what Crunchyroll does.
Why are they doing a more fall thing? Or what is it?
For on demand, really, yeah.
If it's understandable, with Crunchyroll, it's understandable because if people who use it for free get adverts in it, meanwhile with Netflix, you have to pay for it just to use the bloody thing.
Yeah, and surely they get enough advertisements from actual production companies.
Yeah,
spending
and
money
also, they keep saying, it's to help people discover our shows. I cannot go on YouTube without seeing an advert for Enchantment.
Yeah. Disenchantment, yeah.
It's actually not too bad, you know.
I haven't actually seen Disenchantment yet.
I haven't seen it yet. Apparently it's made by the same guys who did The Simpsons.
So. Yeah, it is a Matt Groening production.
So the question is, old Simpsons or new Simpsons?
Actually, looking from it looks more Futurama than it does The Simpsons.
Yeah,
it's got a surprisingly good cast, including a few English actors, like Matt Berry's in it, Noel Fielding's in it as well.
Noel Fielding, really?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Holy crap.
And Eric Andre as well, isn't it? It's surprisingly good. It's actually quite funny.
I like the cover we've heard in the trailer for Rebel Rebel. But back to the point at hand.
Yes.
This was kind of the first of these Netflix got them, and we've been waiting for them seasonal anime from this year. So which we hoped to review more of this year. We unfortunately, unless Sirius the Jaeger comes out in time for our Halloween special, we'll probably only be doing 2 this year at most.
See, this is the thing that really annoys me with Netflix. It screws over anime reviewers.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, say in autumn, an anime comes out that has beaten everything. Something better than Violet Evergarden, better than Darling in the Franxx, better than The Place for the Universe, and yet it's bought by Netflix, and by the time it's out, we've already decided our anime of the year.
But at the same time, the fall anime that Netflix get are going to be really suffering from our system. But
it's the fact that we still haven't had 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, I've been waiting for that for so long.
Especially considering that came out the same season as Fate Extra did.
The thing is, from what I've heard from people that review, that reviewers that actually are seeing this stuff, there's only 2 anime that really have stood out from the Netflix have got, and one of them has been from this season, Sirius the Jaeger, which I'm really disappointed we didn't get because that looks quite good.
Yeah, that one's actually been really good.
And Dragon Pilot, which has a September 21st release date.
It's meant to be really good, though.
I've heard a lot of good things about it. I think we're going to make it our November review at this point. But we're skipping our summer recommendations because we're this far into the summer now. If you haven't decided what you're watching now, I don't think you need any help. And plus, the next thing we're doing is our best of summer, so it's hardly as if we're waiting. But Fate franchise. Now, Fate is a bit of a weird one for me personally because I only got into it this year. I haven't actually, until this year, I hadn't watched any Fate, and I've obviously been writing that book I keep going on about, and obviously I had to get into Fate. So I've been writing a bunch of things for it. So I had to watch I haven't watched any of the spin-offs other than this one, and I've watched all the main Fate series. I've watched Dean's Day Night. I've watched the Fate Stay Night that Studio Dean did. I've watched Fate Zero, and I've watched Unlimited Blade Works. What about you, Reese? What have you watched?
I've seen pretty much all of them now.
You've seen it?
Including the cooking spin-off.
Oh, yeah, that one that's coming out the first day of every month, yeah.
I mean, I did actually watch Fate Zero a few years ago, but I didn't really watch many of the others apart from like half of Apocrypha until like I literally spent the last 2 weeks just watching Fate, and honestly, I've been loving it.
Yeah.
And I'm not including Last Encore. I've seen Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, and Apocrypha.
Yeah, so I've seen the least. I've seen just Fate Zero, which I saw a few months ago, and about 8 episodes of Unlimited Blade Works. So I understand the gist of it. I know the world and things, but it's not. Yeah.
See, there's a weird thing. I had to do this sort of segment in my book, which is sort of like the reading or the sort of like the viewing order you do with Fate Stay Night. And I basically what I did was I did a compilation. I couldn't really get a good one myself, so I basically did a compilation of a load of different YouTubers and different fan theories. I did sort of a compilation saying, and I put in the book. By the way, this was basically I took a lot from these guys. This is basically a compilation of their ideas. And the one that I personally subscribe to out of these lot. But there was all sorts of ones. Like the weirdest one I found was, and I don't understand who would actually do this now, is what's called the visual novel reader's order, which is you do Unlimited Blade Works first, because they apparently didn't want to skip Dean's Day Night.
Okay.
Then you do Heaven's Feel whenever it's fully done, and then Fate Zero. Like, okay, one, you're missing out on the Saber route on the Fate arc, which as bad as Dean's Day Night isn't as good as well as Dean's Day Night doesn't do as good a job of it as it could have done, but it's still there. And I think it's a shame to miss out on that arc.
Yeah.
And what's more, you're going to be waiting years to see Fate Zero, and I couldn't stand waiting that long.
Also, honestly, if it comes to anime, I probably recommend seeing Zero before Unlimited Blade Works, because especially if you watch UFO Table's version of
Unlimited Blade Works does really assume you've seen Fate Zero.
Yeah, because it actually gives quite a lot of spoilers to what happens in Zero.
Yeah, but it also doesn't. A lot of the complaints I heard for Unlimited Blade Works, which I think Reese will subscribe to me with, is. I don't know if you're going to subscribe to my opinion on this or not, but it's a lot of people said that they were a bit disappointed Sakura and Ilya were rather underused in Unlimited Blade Works. But I was like, well, yeah, that's the point. They get their arc in Heaven's Feel. They're at least used enough. I was actually surprised that I don't want to get let's not go into too much detail on these ones, because I actually want people to go out and watch the other Fate series, because I think they're. And if you've got a Netflix account, they're all the main series ones are available. They're just not available.
Actually, I don't think Zero's on Netflix.
No, Zero is on Netflix.
Is it?
That's where I watched it.
I couldn't find it.
Crunchyroll has all 3 of them as well, I believe.
Yeah. Netflix also has the Grand Order film, the standalone.
Oh yeah, I think they have the Grand Order series on Crunchyroll. I know they have some sort of Grand Order thing on Crunchyroll, but
wasn't Apocrypha on there?
Apocrypha is a Netflix exclusive.
Right, sorry. Yeah.
That's why I took until this season to get the full thing. Thanks, Netflix.
I will say, if you want to watch them in the dub, like I did, you're going to need to buy the Blu-rays, which are fucking expensive.
I'll be honest, I watched all the Fate stuff in sub.
Put it this way, if you wanted to watch Unlimited Blade Works in dub, it costs you £120.
Oh my god.
Each half of the season costs $60 each.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly for that, you do get an art book with it, but that's the only extra I remember getting in it. Other than that, you just get high quality imagery and the dub actors. And if you want to watch it in sub, do not bother. It's readily available. Fate Zero is actually very cheap on Blu-ray. But which would you say is your favourite, Reese?
I'd probably go with Fate Zero.
You're going Zero?
Honestly, I'd probably say Zero, mostly because honestly, I think Zero and Unlimited Blade Works are the same. I think they're as good as each other, but I'm just picking Zero because that's the one that got me into the series.
Okay, you're on Zero.
I've only seen Zero fully, but I did love it. So
See, I go back and forth between Zero and Unlimited Blade Works.
I do as well, honestly. It's very difficult. They're both really good.
Yeah, they're both very good. I would say, though, Zero was the one that was the most consistent of the two. I felt like Unlimited Blade Works had a few arcs that didn't really go anywhere. I mean, the biggest problem with Fate's Stay Night, the original one, a lot of people really have a go at it. Am I the only one out of the four of us that's seen it?
I've seen it.
I think my biggest problem with Unlimited Blade Works is, and I'm coming from the perspective of a non-visual novel reader, but I know what the visual. I kind of know how the visual novel kind of goes. The thing is, they try to mix in elements of Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel to try and adapt Fate as a whole, because they had no confidence they were getting an Unlimited Blade Works and a Heaven's Feel adaptation. Which, spoiler alert, they only got one of them, and they didn't do a very good job of the one they got. But that was the problem. They tried to adapt all three, and they don't merge. Or despite the fact they all take place in the same continuity with the same cast of characters, they don't work. Like the reveal of I believe it's Caster or Assassin's Master.
Yeah, it'll be Assassin's Master.
The reveal of Assassin's Master.
Wait, which one is this in? Sorry.
In Fate Unlimited Blade Works. Remember there was a bit of a reveal about Assassin's Master. The thing is, they have that same reveal in Fate's Stay Night, and that reveal ruins Unlimited Blade Works for me, because the whole point of it was, when you did Unlimited Blade Works after you did Fate, that was a bit of a shock, because we never found out who Assassin's Master was in...
honestly, I found it a bit more shocking when we figured out who Lance's master was.
Yeah, that was, again, I don't believe that was actually... Was that revealed in the Fate arc in the visual novel?
I don't think so.
I think that wasn't revealing. But, Fate Zero does have a few giveaways to a few of the elements that are going to be in Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel, although the big reveal of Unlimited Blade Works around Archer's character is not given away. And that was actually genuinely one of the best things about Unlimited Blade Works for me. Archer and Rin were the best things about that series.
Yeah, I think most people, when it comes to Fate, Archer and Rin tend to be most people's favourite characters. Though at the same time, a lot of people really like Saber as well.
I'm much more of a person that ships Shiro and Rin than I am Shiro and Saber.
Yeah.
I just think they work better together.
I'm generally surprised they didn't end up getting together in the end.
Well, they do kind of in Unlimited.
They do kind of, yeah. They do like such.
And I'm actually amazed they get around the E-Rogue scenes very well.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what Heaven's Feel, considering it's a film rather than what's going to be a film series rather than a television series. If by the time we get to those scenes in the films, if they're even going to bother, because they're not going to have to match TV standards. It's a bit, because you remember, like recently I watched Mirai Nikki. Yeah. I finally finished that one off. Damn good series, disappointing ending.
Really?
Yeah, and I wasn't a big fan of the ending, especially when I actually saw the OVA that went more into detail about it. Like, okay, I could have used the more ambiguousness of the ending. But other than that, I really liked Mirai Nikki. I'm a bit but rather like Mirai Nikki in that sense, if you get it on the Blu-ray, if you watch on a streaming site, you're getting the censored version. If you watch on a Blu-ray, you're getting the uncensored version. And I imagine we might get a similar deal with that. I'm wondering if Ufotable will go all out with it. I don't think they will.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me though, because they've got a well-established series that people have been watching for many years, and it must be popular. It wouldn't surprise me if they were going to do something like that.
I hate
things like that.
I really like. But that being said, Fate Extra. Let's finally get to it.
Wait, first, what would you say, like, of all these shows, your favorite servant would be?
I think I'd have to go with Gilgamesh, just because he's such a great villain. He's really this devious character who you never quite know what he's planning. I mean, and again, one of the reasons why you shouldn't watch Fate Zero, one of the arguments to not watch Fate Zero first, and my subscribed order is you do Dean's Day Night first because it's a good introduction to everything, and then you move on to then do Fate Zero, then Unlimited Blade Works, and then Heaven's Feel whenever it's done, is because, which is also what Arcada's order was, which is because Fate Zero plays with this idea that Gilgamesh is going to be the villain.
Yeah.
But Fate Extra, we're going to do our non-spoiler opinions of it first, and then we may go into spoiler territory. I'm not sure we're going to have enough to really talk about to go into spoiler
I think we
territory.
want to say something.
My favourite servant is Ryder from Fate Zero.
Oh yes, Ryder is great.
Just for the Three Kings.
In fact, the whole Three Kings sequence and the whole fact of Ryder and his master was some of the best things about Fate Zero.
Oh yeah, I love. I think they were definitely my favourite in Zero.
They were like it's like a buddy road trip movie that just happened to wander into an anime.
But then again, Castor in Fate Zero was amazing as well.
Yeah, I really like
absolutely their pairing was great.
Yeah, however, screw Ryunosuke.
Yeah.
Screw Ryunosuke. I think I don't know. Each one I have a favorite. Honestly, though, in Apocrypha, my favorite from the red side, honestly, is Lancer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. I really like his design, and I sort of really like him. Of course, my favorite from the black side is Alpha Stuff. Alpha Stuff.
What about you, Reese? What's your favourite servant?
Probably Castor from Phase Zero, just because he was so out there.
Yeah, he was pretty sweet, wasn't he?
So like, over the top.
I mean, one of the best moments is he lets the child go. He thinks he's got freedom just to kill him like that. So it's stung worse.
Yeah.
Fate Extra. Right, non-spoilers. What do we think of it, Reese?
Mediocre.
Yeah.
This is such a nothing series.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, that's sort of how I explain it. It's not bad. It's not awful or anything. It's just kind of
there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't really add that much to it.
Basically, Reese said turned into a Morton Joe from Mad Max Fury. Mediocre anime.
Yeah. I think from what we've come to expect and from what I've heard other people's opinions on Fate as a whole, it kind of dropped the ball.
We spoke to our friends after a Magic the Gathering night who are Fate fans, and they basically told us that if you don't have the context of the PSP game, a lot of this is going to get lost on you. I think it's a similar thing to what that's a similar problem that the Persona 5 anime is having at the minute, which me and Elliot aren't having as much of an issue with because we've both been playing the game. But you two are watching it.
We've beaten it.
Yeah, we've beaten it. Don't know about you two. You two haven't played it.
I've not played it yet.
But here's the thing: are you two? Is it impacting is the story feeling better or worse for it for you guys? Do you reckon? I'm wondering if this is the same problem that Persona 5 the animation's having.
I'm less engaged with the story, I'd say.
Yeah, there's a lot of plot threads that pretty much go nowhere.
Yeah,
but I promise you, they go somewhere in the game.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think one of the things that it's doing is it's really calling out to the people who have played it and it's saying, this is a clever nudge or a nice little
right. They had the thing is they had the fortune teller. Chiheya's
social link.
Social link started in the last episode, and and the thing is, I don't have as much nostalgia for that one because I barely bothered with that one.
I only got her up to her confidant to 3. If there's anyone that's hoping for a social link in it, I'll probably go with Hifumi.
Yeah, Hifumi. I'm really disappointed we haven't seen anything of her really.
Because she was actually my main, the one I was trying to go with, except I picked the wrong option and ended up not getting the romance option.
Yeah.
Damn it, Atlas! And now I did the same with Takumi, so I can't go with her. Great! Looks like I'm going to have to go with Futaba.
So here's the thing, though, with Fate Extra again. But the thing is, I've always had this problem with saying, you need to have the context of the game.
Yeah.
If you haven't got if you need that, you shouldn't need supplementary material. Yeah. To enjoy something, will you guys stand by me with this one?
No, I completely agree.
There was a really terrible film that came out a few years ago. This is a bad example because it's not as if you actually can enjoy it with this supplementary material. But it's a terrible film that came out a few years ago called, actually nearly a decade now. It was called Southland Tales. It's written and directed by Richard Kelly, who did Donnie Darko. Oh, yeah. And it's basically the exact same film except more pretentious. And by pretentious I mean. One of those people in Star. You'll see them hanging around, and they will. And you try to get in a conversation with them, and then they'll immediately start saying a load of things to sound smart. But in actual fact, they have no idea what the hell they're on about, and they're just trying to bullshit you. That's this film in a nutshell. But they had But the thing is, you open up that film. They have 10 minutes of exposition. I'm not joking. It's actually I timed it.
Jesus Christ.
10 minutes of exposition. of what was in a comic series you were meant to pick up, and then the film starts in chapter 4 with chapters 1 through 3 being in this graphic novel you were meant to pick up.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stupid. I feel like this is what Fate Extra has done, except not to such a degree, because there's a few things I like about Fate Extra. Let's say some positives about Fate Extra without going to spoiler territory. Without going to spoilers, what positives can we see on it?
I like Saber. I think she's alright. She's definitely the worst Saber, but she's not awful.
She's different.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Ruby Rose a bit in a way.
Yeah. She's a bit kind of a cross between Ruby and Weiss, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I like the OP.
The OP is amazing. It's the best part of the show, really.
Yeah, I kept saying to Ren when we were watching it, can we not skip the OP this episode?
I actually really like the ED as well.
Yeah, the ED, we'll get back into that in a bit, because for reasons that'll be explained.
Fight scenes are pretty cool, at least creative.
I liked some of the ideas. Like I thought Shinji was implemented quite well.
Yeah. I don't know why Tosaka's there though.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why Rin's there, especially considering she's
service.
I think it's sort of a.
She's kind of a shell of a former self, really.
I think it's sort of a rule that every Fate series now has to have Rin in. That's a Fate law.
Yeah,
that's a Fate law. Apparently, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I think she's become kind of a favourite of the Tsundere fans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like she's just synonymous with the series.
She's not Queen Tsundere yet. That's still going to that still is Tiger from Toradora.
The funny thing is,
fight me.
The funny thing is, when you look at the Fate community on myanimelist.net, Saber's the most popular one, the most popular in the Fate series. Meanwhile, Tosaka's actually second.
The thing is, I don't really like this version of Saber as much because I like the whole. She has this regal feel to her.
Gravitas. Like she has. You know, she has grandeur and respect and things, but I think in this one she's more playful.
Yeah, she's. I mean, you like her personality, but she doesn't have much character, especially when you compare her to like Mordred or Sabe or Arthur.
Incidentally, for the purpose, because I've watched every Fate series up to this in dub, I watched this one in dub, and not many voice actors return for their roles. Saber's voice actress does not return, which is probably a wise thing considering she's very different. Rin and Shinji's voice actors return, but that's about it. And then, mind you, they're about the only other returning characters.
I actually did swap to from the dub to the sub for one episode just to see
episode
what the
8
was like
because
I didn't actually. I didn't like Saber's voice that much.
I heard the dub wasn't very good.
What do you think of Rin's voice, considering that she's the returning actress?
I wasn't massively. I don't know. I think the character was different than what you would expect usually as well. It kind of lackluster.
You guys, I presume, watched it in sub.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the voice acting in the sub version?
I thought it was okay. Nothing spectacular.
It was.
That's the sound
It wasn't nearly as good as the other Fates, I would say, though.
No. The weird thing is, some of the other Fate series have some amazing dub and sub actors. There's some great lines in it, like the great ones from Fate Unlimited Blade Works, which could rival the people die when they are killed. Was just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
Or the archer class is made up of archers.
Yeah. But I like the premise of it. The premise is quite interesting.
It's an interesting idea.
I love the idea of Holy Grail war between hundreds of people rather than just 7 or 8 people.
But I don't know. It's not explained all that great.
No, I completely agree with with the point you made before, Cal, about you have to have some context from the game to explain the way these systems work. And one of the
do you know what it is? It's the same problem I had with Grand Blue Fantasy. I think it's actually worse here than it was in Grand Blue Fantasy. The story structure is too much like a video game. It's not transitioned well to an anime.
At least in Grand Blue Fantasy, though, that Grand Blue Fantasy was actually pretty good. That was pretty entertaining.
Well, I just said I wished it was paced a little better, and there was more of a conclusion to it, which again is another problem I have with this one. This is basically everything. This has everything I didn't like about Grand Blue Fantasy, but it doesn't have much of what I liked about it.
One of the choices I wasn't massively happy with was I think they kind of depowered the Noble Phantasms.
That's not just the Noble Phantasms. They sort of seem to depower the servants. Like in the originals, just through one battle, you got a sense of just how powerful they all are with the speed and the strength.
Exactly.
And the strength they
I do imagine though there's going to be two of the masters at the side going, "We're doing a really good job keeping this a secret from the general populace."
And just like just fighting. Meanwhile, in this, even after seeing Saber fight multiple times, she didn't really see too powerful.
And the masters can compete with the servants as well.
Also, to be fair,
like you saw, like when I think my biggest issue is that I saw this like almost immediately after watching Unlimited Blade Works, and you remember, and I saw binge watch episode 10 to the end in one day, and I just remember the fight between Archer and Shiro, and I just remember sitting there and just like, this is one of the greatest fights I've ever seen.
For the record, my binge watch of the second half of Unlimited Blade was because I did a very similar thing. I binge watched 13 to 24, and it was so good.
It was brilliant.
The weird thing is, I remember I watched Jack Johnson from Under the Scope. He's one of my favorite anime YouTubers. I really respect his opinions, but his opinion was that it got worse in the second half.
I don't think so.
No, I don't agree.
I agree. I don't agree with that at all. I think he didn't say it was bad. He just said a lot of my problems with it kind of creeped in around that point. But I would say actually, for me, it proper kicked off at that point, and it proper got into its prime. Which with Fate Extra, okay, no more. Now go to spoilers. Well, you got our opinions of Fate Extra. Skip forward if you want to see our opinion on Anitrendz things. Now into spoilers. This thing has no fucking conclusion.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's just like it would work if it was the ending of an episode, like halfway through. But it's the end of this
conversation. Yeah, we had this conversation last week when we tried to do this first time, and we lost the camera.
The problem is like they did say, "Oh, we're gonna have like a 3-episode OVA to conclude it," but it's just like that's still not really won't be satisfying. I
mean, sometimes it can work. Like Real Life had its conclusion this year with a 4-episode OVA, which I thought it was a bit rushed, but at the same time, I thought it had a really good conclusion.
Yeah. But the problem, something else I kept thinking of was just it felt like it should have been. It's the same problem as I had with like some other another anime. I can't quite remember what it is, but. Oh yeah, Osama. It's a problem I had with Osama game, which is that I felt like it should have been longer to explain more things.
One vlog will go without mentioning King's Game. One vlog.
We already gone through a few. Except this isn't making fun of it this time. But like
we actually had a conversation last week, which Reese never got in on. Which I've really got. So we were saying good OPs with bad anime and bad OPs with good anime.
Black Clover. What?
Yeah, Black Clover as well. I came to the conclusion. We both came to the conclusion King's Game was a really good example of a good OP to a bad anime.
Yeah.
What do you think is a good OP bad anime?
Just so many.
Yeah.
Well, Fate Extra. There you go.
Yeah. Fate Extra. Yeah. No. I'd also say a really bad OP to a good anime. One of the things that me and Elliot can't agree on, Twin Star Access OP 3. We really that was a really good arc for the Twins. The arc when it was used was really good, but the OP was really disappointing. Especially it was coming off OP2, which was fantastic.
I'll be honest, I did actually watch it, but I just watched it with the sound off because I at least like the visuals of it.
Yeah, the visuals are great. I mean, that scene with the moving the puppet strings is great. But back to topic, because we've gone off again. The last episode had that arc with Rin and the other original character they created for this. I think it was Ranna, what's her name?
Rainy or something like that.
Raina.
That's how much of an impression she left. And it was like,
and the thing is, they kept trying to show, these two are like big characters. They're big characters, and so it's just like they do bugger all.
Yeah, but why are they there?
The show could literally go on without either of them.
And I imagine in the game you get a choice between those two, but
yeah, you do.
Of course, to please fake fans, they went with Tosaka.
Yeah, obviously. What do they pick? The character that's been introduced that no one really has had time to get to grips with, or the one that's the fan favourite? Which one will they pick? Of course, they pick that one. I'll say the fan service is a bit distracting, if we're honest.
Yeah.
In fact, there's way too much fans. In fact, way more than other Fate series.
In fact, because this was a Netflix exclusive in Japan as well when it was premiering, I'm surprised it didn't go more all out with it.
Yeah.
I think because they probably weren't aiming for like a massively mature audience. I wouldn't say.
But one of our friends who we talked about this just basically said Fate Night is basically just porn.
Yeah.
Which I don't really agree with that opinion, but at the same
It
time,
has bits in it, I guess.
yeah. But to be fair, there's a lot more to it than that. Fate, well, that's the thing. Fate as a whole, for me, is a battle of ideologies. Especially in Fate Zero, you really get that sense.
Yeah,
I'm kind of piggybacking off a lot of other reviews who've explained it a lot better than that, and my opinion just happens to coincide with it. But that, to me, is what makes Fate great. It's this clashing ideals of all these characters of all these different ideas and opinions all coming together. It's basic, and no one person is right and no one person is wrong. That's why Fate Zero is often compared to being a Greek tragedy.
Yeah.
But Fate actually has none of that. It's basically trying to do all that, but with not as much mind to it.
It's not just that, but something else you really enjoy about the other Fate series is getting to know even the enemy masters.
Do you know?
Yeah.
And the servants of them. As a lot of the times, because especially in, I think Zero is the best example for it, as all the masters get equal time. You get a lot of time with Kie and Gilgamesh, and also get a lot of time with Saber and Hermes and Kirisugu.
Yeah.
But I like, and of course Kirisugu is out for a lot of episodes. We get Iris, a lot of her.
Yeah.
There's so much to. Whereas with this one, it's just sort of like the final. In fact, the last two episodes was when it most felt like Fate to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the fight against the Saber's master and the Berserker master.
Yeah, and the Berserker and the choice between
And
Rain
that was also the only.
and-
That was also the only time we got to see Saber's noble phantasm, which I wish we saw more, because that was actually a pretty cool.
To be fair, there has to be a build-up to that. You can't just have Saber get her noble phantasm out of the blue. That's I know everyone's expecting it by now, but there always has to be a build-up to it. And the fact that we know how powerful it is means if we have a good build-up to it.
But another example of why I feel like it should have been longer is that there are seven floors. There are 7 floors, and I think the 7th floor is where you find the Holy Grail. They skipped the 4th one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they completely skipped the 4th floor.
If that's
They just ended up like seriously. We watched them in the Alice in Wonderland world, and then it just goes to the next one, going, the 4th floor was really powerful.
By the way,
Why did they just do that?
By the way-
Because it was the most boring master in the game. So they skipped it.
okay.
So
it's basically like that scene from the Last Airbender recap where they say the Great Divide. Let's just skip it.
Why didn't they just create an anime only villain instead?
Because that requires too much effort.
Oh, come
Also,
on.
speaking of effort, did anyone else get any Magica flashbacks when they were watching the Alice in Wonderland scenes?
I haven't seen it.
Seriously, if you honestly, if you watch Madoka Magica, the Alice in Wonderland stuff you get in those episodes is almost identical.
Yeah.
Like, I'm amazed if there's not a lawsuit over this.
But also, if you want lack of character, the Saber's master, he was just boring.
I don't even remember his name. I mean, so what you like about Shiro, and there's a lot of faults to his character, but at the same time, he's somewhat likable.
Yeah.
At least he's not boring and dull.
I think honestly they had the license for Fate, and then they were just like, how can we make this as mediocre?
Well, no, they specifically did get the license for this game because Fate's licenses are kind of all over the place. Euphonia's got the main series. I can't remember which studio is doing Apocrypha. I think it's A1 Pictures.
It was A1 Pictures. Yeah.
So A1 Pictures has Apocrypha.
Didn't A1 Pictures do extra as well?
No. It's I believe Shaft or Gonzo.
Yeah, Shafts. That's what it is.
I think it's Shaft. I'll double check that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
But I mean, like that's the biggest issue with this show that with extra that other Fates don't have, the characters. And even in Unlimited Blade Works, where of course the main focus was on Rin, Archer, Shiro, and Saber, you still got a lot of character with the others. Like you got character you got quite a lot of it with Caster and her master. You got a lot of it with Ely and Berserker.
Oh, right, now the Madoka Magica connection, I'm getting it now. Shaft also did Madoka Magica.
okay.
In fact, it's kind of weird for Shaft to be doing this, because most of the time they do rather different sort of projects. I mean, they mostly do sort of like they do a few visual novel adaptations, but they mostly do sort of slice of life stuff. Like the most highest rated series on Anime Planet is March to Come the Lion. They've also done the Kizumonogatari series. They've done Tale of Memories and Tale of Melodies. The first season, which I like, and then the second season really dipped off. I think Reese knows what I'm on about with this one. Okay, I kind of get where you were going with the first season, then the second season, okay, you've kind of spent your luck here.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But I like... but again, March Comes Like a Lion is a fantastic anime, so I'm surprised that they put so little effort into this one. It's... I mean, there's some effort put in here. I will say the animation is damn good.
The animation is pretty good, I will say that.
Again, it's Studio Shaft, and whatever you think of any other anime, it's always very well animated.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just kind of the way that Fate functions in the form of the PSP game. Maybe because what we've come to expect from Fate is, as you mentioned, like we get a lot of character for the masters and for the servants. We understand motivations, positives and negatives, and why they're doing things. But maybe it's the format of the PSP game that meant that the anime wasn't able to kind of intrigue us with that as much.
Did this not start off as like a light novel first, though, before a PSP game?
I don't know. I'm not sure of the context of this game, but I just feel like we don't have the same depth.
No, it was a PSP game first.
Yeah, so we don't have the same depth. It's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was just to the depth of the PSP game.
But still, I don't really know if you can really say that should be sort of safe for that. Like, take for example, I don't know. Danganronpa. As much as that wasn't nearly as good as the game, you did still get quite a bit of the characters from it. It still had the same ideal and showing as the game.
Okay, yeah. No, I like a lot of aspects of the that's one Danganronpa, but at the same time, from what I've heard, it doesn't get better till the third season.
Okay, what about I don't know, Devil May Cry then?
I like the Devil May Cry anime. That was a pretty good video game adaptation.
I do actually recommend it. I'm a big fan of the Devil May Cry series. I'm so hyped for 5.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought it was really good.
I like and I don't know many.
I mean, does Castlevania count?
I suppose, but
I guess.
more on that later. But
wait till October.
Oh, that'll be good in October, Halloween time.
Hell yeah.
So excited for the second season.
And it's going to be more episodes this time, 8 episodes.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I can't believe that, honestly, I thought they should have been longer episodes because it was only 4, but like I suppose they were just testing the waters. Should we go on from Fate Extra?
Fate Extra, we kind of all thought it was mediocre.
Yeah, I think during this last bit we were sort of struggling to say things about it. That's the thing, it's such a nothing show.
Yeah.
It's such a bland one, and it's so disappointing.
Yeah, but there's nothing to write home about. It kind of doesn't really wear the label of Fate very well.
But I think there's one thing I should really say, which is there's one thing we're missing: the extra part. It's mostly just a side thing. It's not part of the real Fate, of the real Fate series.
Yeah.
But
it's set in its own universe, so it's not meant to impact.
Yeah.
So
because Fate Extra has several entries.
Yeah. Needless to say, I don't think you should watch. I don't think you should watch this as a Fate series.
At least not until we have more episodes to go with.
Currently, as an anime, it's bland and boring. As a Fate series, it's not that good.
Underperforms.
So it really.
I'm willing to give it a go again when they get more episodes out. I'm willing to give it a go, but at the same time,
at this point in time, no.
At this point, it's not worth it.
No.
Right, so since we tried to get retweets from Anitrendz, here's our thoughts on the Anitrendz awards. We've been voting in these a lot. They've just announced what from the spring seasons going into these awards, so we're going to give our thoughts on each of the categories. So starting with the obvious big one, and Anime of the Year, so now we've got the spring ones added. Let's see how we're voting in this one. The nominees are, and remember Reece, you can't do your thing of just picking whatever you want.
Damn it.
The nominees for Anime of the Year are A Place Further in the Universe, Darling in the Franxx, Hinamatsuri, Laid Back Camp, Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Girl Online, Steins Gate Zero, Tard Never Falls in Love, and Violet Evergarden. So, thoughts at the minute?
Well, 4 winter season anime though. Wait, sorry, it was Darling in the Franxx there?
Yeah. 4 winter and 4 spring.
I'm definitely. I'm definitely happy that Steins Gate Zero is in there, but really, Hina Matsuya over My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Well, on the plus side, we're going to get a chance to revote that in.
Gun Gale Online alternative story feels out of place. Not that it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Not anime.
Remember, this was voted over the thing, so this is kind of over a few weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think Gun Girl Online. I'm not too pissed it's in there.
I'm not too upset, but I'm also a bit surprised that Megalobox isn't in there.
Just missed apparently.
Right.
So which one would you guys vote for out of this sort at the minute?
It's for the universe.
I say Violet Evergarden.
I'd probably say. I'm seriously still stuck between Violet Evergarden and Darling in the Franxx.
I'm stuck between those two, but I'm more leaning towards Violet at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, but I am genuinely stuck between those two because Darling in the Franxx was. Although one thing I did notice that we didn't talk about last because we didn't have a chance to see the finale for our last conclusion. Don't watch this back to back with the finale of Eureka 7. You're gonna notice some similarities. That's all I'm saying because I actually want these guys to watch Eureka 7.
You have been saying after all that it's very much like Eureka 7.
Yeah, but some of the bits of the finale, seriously, wow.
Really?
Okay, best man of the year. The nominees in a minute are Ren Amiya from Persona 5, the animation.
That's very surprising, I will definitely say.
Zenji Bamba from Handanka Token Ramen.
No.
Hiro from Darling in the Franxx. Ling Zhangming from Handanka Ramen.
No.
Thank you for saving me time. Kandu Masaka from Love is Like After the Rain. Izuku Midoriya, aka Deku from My Hero Academia Season 3. Nishitaka from Katsuki Shouju no Tagaki-san. Rinto Okabe from Steins Gate Zero.
Hell yeah.
Tada Miyashi from Tada Never Falls in Love, and Yukihiro Soma from Food Wars Third Plate 2018.
Nice.
I quite like that list.
I'm good with that list, especially having Okabe's in there.
I'm struggling between three or four of these actually quite a few of these characters I'm struggling with. I'd say about 4 or 5 of them at this point.
I definitely say so. As well.
Of them, it's Deku for me. I think the two from Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens are just kind of throw-ins because they're likeable characters, but the show wasn't good.
With me currently, it's probably either Soma or Okabe.
I think I'm also considering Hero as well because I think he's a pretty good character.
He's fairly good.
I think Okabe kind of disqualifies himself from it though because he's just not been the same as original Steins Gate. That's why he's not got my vote. I like his character,
but you see how broken he is, don't you?
I know, but I think that kind of disqualifies him because he's not the same for me anyway.
He's just because he's not the same, but he is so a good character. Despite
I still think I like what they're going with.
I like his arc, but I don't think him as a character.
It's also kind of weird because I've not been watching it. I've been watching it the sub, and it's very noticeable because what's interesting is in the dub, Ida's voice is Okabe's voice.
Yeah.
So it's really weird to go back. It must be really weird going back and forth between Steins Gate Zero and My Hero Academia at this point in time. Moving on. If I ever unlock my phone again, so we can get to the next one. Girl of the Year. The nominees are Yuzu Ahara from Citrus, Anzu from Hinamatsuri, Violet Evergarden from Violet Evergarden, Hina from Hinamatsuri, Nishitako from Laid Back Camp, Len from SAO Gun Girl Online,
because better.
Solid choice.
Hitami Mishima from Hinamatsuri. I promise that's the last time I'm saying Hinamatsuri in this category. Rin from Laid Back Camp.
Hell yeah, my favourite one.
Teresa Wagner from Tada Never Falls in Love. And 02 from Darling in the Franxx.
I was generally a little nervous thinking, is 02 not going to show up?
Yeah, that's going to start a waifu wars if we get hit one.
It's okay. She's okay.
Who's your vote going to at this point?
I'm genuinely not sure. It's a tough one.
Well, remember, we've got 2 more times.
I was surprised Ichigo's from Darling in the Franxx isn't in there.
That's surprising, yeah. What about you, Reece?
I'll go 02.
You're going 02?
Violet Evergarden, without a doubt.
I'm struggling between 02, Violet Evergarden, and a couple of them. And I'd actually say possibly Hina, just because she's one of the funniest characters of the year.
I see Rin's up there as well.
Here's where we get into a bit of a fight here. Couple/ship of the year. So the
Minata and All Might. Minata and All Might.
You will like one of the ones actually in this category.
Oh, will I?
The nominees are at the minute, at this point in time, because we're going to get ones from summer and fall, and there's going to be an extra round for people to vote for the ones that didn't quite make it. Hikari and Iroha from Real Girl, sorry. That was a slip. Hero and 02 from Darling in the Franxx.
Of course.
Yeah.
Shut up. Hiroka and Narumi from Watakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. Megami and Akira from Love is Like After the Rain, please do it for that. Mizuhu and Kokoro from Darling in the Franxx.
Those are honestly, I think that's best couple.
Yeah, to be honest.
Nishitaka and Taki from Teasing Taki-san.
Boring.
Cyrune and Sakura from Card Captor Sakura Clear Card. Tada and Teresa from Tada Never Falls in Love. Tsubasa and Kayumi from Comic Girls.
Oh, that's cool.
And Yuzu and Mei from Citrus.
I will be honest. I was honestly shipping the two from Comic Girls.
Is that going to be your vote at the minute?
No, mine's
Citrus.
mine. Oh yeah, totally. No, mine's Kokoro Misuri.
What about you?
Yeah, I say Kokoro Misuri.
Same, definitely the best.
Do you know what? If you'd asked me last season, I would have said definite. I kind of want to go for Nerumi, but at the same time, no, it's Kokoro. And
I don't think that they'll win it though. I think too many people will go for Hero 02.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be disappointed if they won it though.
No, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think it's really that bad of a choice.
Best supporting male. The nominees are Goro from Darling in the Franxx. Kasaru Inui from Tada Never Falls in Love, who's a very good choice actually. That's the only person who's actually seen that sound of news. Toru Kababaka from Watakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku, and Todoroki from My Hero Academia Season 3. You guys are a bit of a disadvantage because you haven't seen 2 of the series.
Yeah.
You know.
You have. You saw Watakoi.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see what's
Moron.
I'm probably. I'll be honest. I'm going to go with Todoroki.
I will as well.
Yeah, Todoroki.
I'm going to go for I'm choosing between Karu and Goro at this point. I'm not going for Todoroki.
Why Goro?
Goro is.
I like Goro's character. I like the fact he kind of does have a bit of an arc to
He
himself.
sort of seems to be the middle one, the one trying to help him.
But I like his arc. The fact he struggles to assert himself in the early season, and then by the end he's leading the charge.
I like him at the end. I like his arc at the end.
You should definitely see how it improves.
Supporting Girl of the Year. The nominees are Anzu from Hinamatsuri, the only person who's nominated for both categories. Actually, no, there's 2 characters who are nominated for both categories.
Anzu is best girl in Hinamatsuri, to be fair.
Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx. I should point out, she got the nomination before episode 14 of Darling in the Franxx, although she redeemed herself later down the line.
Yeah, she definitely did.
Hana from Love is Hard for an Otaku, and Mishima from Hinamatsuri.
I'm going to go with Ichigo.
Yeah, I'll go Ichigo.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to go against you guys. I'm going to go for Hana. She was...
Guys, kill him.
The nominees for Best in Adaptation. So this is something based on a light novel, manga, whatever. Nominees are Citrus, Hinamatsuri, Teasing Takagi-san. I'm doing that one because I'm not bothering with the proper pronunciation. Laid Back Camp, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, My Hero Academia Season 3, SAO Gun Girl Online, School Babysitters, Steins Gate Zero, and Watakoi Love is Hard for an Otaku. Which one are you guys going with out of that lot?
I'll probably go My Hero.
I'm going to go Steins Gate.
It's the best adaptation.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the source material.
We'll just judge them as is then.
My Hero.
I'm going for My Hero as well.
Because it just carried it.
Why am I the only one who loves Steins Gate?
Can I just say that?
Steins Gate.
Can I just say though, well, of all of these, my second choice would be Watakoi at this point because I think it does a very good job of adapting its source material. Although, as I say, Steins Gate, considering how good Steins Gate Zero has been, and we're saying this, and for the record, this is saying after episode 18. We've seen this.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched Steins Gate Zero since last season.
Episode 18, speaking of someone who's seen from episode 18, it gets really good.
I will say My Hero... sorry, Link. I will say My Hero is second place for me.
Best in Animation Effects and Sequences. The nominees are Card Captor Sakura Clear Card.
Fist of the Blue Sky.
No, thank God. Darling in the Franxx.
Berserk Season 4.
Let's move on. Darling in the Franxx. Hinamatsuri. Megalobox. SAO Alternative Gun Girl Online. Violet Evergarden.
Violet.
I would like to say Megabox, but it has to be Violet.
It's that water scene.
Yeah,
It's absolutely
just
crushes.
Animation.
Yeah, that water scene made me that close to tearing up.
Any other year,
I did.
other year, and I would have said Darling in the Franxx, but or Megalobox. But this season, it's got to be Violet Evergarden. This year,
Easily, it's fucking beautiful.
Best in character design. The nominees are so this is not necessarily the animation. This is the design of the characters. One interesting for you here, Elliot. The nominees are Cardcaptor Sakura Art Clear Card, Golden Kamui, Hina Matsuri, Laid Back Camp, Wixus. Yeah, you know.
Lost Storage, Wixos.
Yeah, Love Storage Wixos. Persona 5, SEA Alternative Gun Girl Online. Is someone's car alarm going off? I was just checking that one. I was just checking my headphones hadn't gone off without me.
We live in the north of England. It's not that uncommon.
Uma Meets Me, Pretty Derby, and Violet Evergarden.
Wait, is that the horse
girl one?
Horse girls.
Okay. What's your vote going, Reese?
Probably Violet.
Oh, I'm really
character design.
I'm really not sure. Let me just.
This is a hard one. I'm actually disappointed that Darling in the Franxx isn't nominated for this one.
Yeah, because they all wear the same outfit.
But I like the fact that it has that typical trigger thing that I really like.
I mean,
it's either Violet Evergarden or Golden Kamui.
Golden Kamui, me.
I'm going.
Admittedly, Violet Evergarden's very good, but
although admittedly, I really like Persona 5's character design.
This is the only category the Golden Kamui's come out in thus far. So I'm voting for Golden Kamui.
Yeah, it's. Do you want to? I would say though, the other characters in Violet Evergarden do look very much like they belong in Fate.
Yeah, true. Actually,
it's Violet looks almost identical to Saber.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually,
so this is best.
That would be a good like an alternate universe.
So best ensemble. I think this is like ensemble of characters, like cast of characters. Nominees are A Place Firm in the Universe, Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, Darling in the Franxx, Token Ramens, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Megalobox, and SEO Alternative Gun Girl Online.
Oh, that's
I'm abstaining because Golden Kamui is not in best ensemble. That's bullshit.
Oh.
I'm torn between two of them.
With me. I'm torn. I'm torn between Place Further Than Universe and Darling in the Franxx.
I'm torn between Place Further Than Universe and Megalobox.
Are you
Place Further Than Universe?
Are you torn between these, or are you just?
No. Place Further.
I'm the exact same as Elliot. I'm torn between Place Further in the Universe and Darling in the Franxx. Both of those have amazing. Megalobox has a really great cast of characters, but at the same time, I think there's a few that are a bit lacking compared to the other two series.
I do like how, though, in Megalobox we do have an English speaker character who doesn't struggle to speak English.
I think it's actually an American actor they got.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wait, who was that again?
One of the
the
line guy.
Yeah. He was cool.
Best sceneries and visuals.
Let's be honest.
We all know what's going to be.
The nominees are Place Further in the Universe, Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, Fate Extra Last Encore.
To be fair,
that's some good background.
To be fair, the Alice World was pretty interesting.
Hakumiya Michimi, Hina Matsuri, Bed and Breakfast of Spirits, Laid Back Camp, Legends of the Galactic Heroes, Megalobox, Persona 5, Tada Never Falls in Love, and Violet Evergarden.
Violet.
Violet.
Violet, but I would like to say Layback Camp is fucking beautiful.
It is, to be fair.
Best soundtrack.
So Place Further in the Universe.
Best soundtrack.
Hello.
So this is like soundtrack as a whole. Ooh. The nominees are A Place Further in the Universe, Darling in the Franxx, Laid Back Camp, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, My Hero Academia Season 3, Persona 5, SEO Gun Girl Online, Steins Gate Zero, The Piano Forest, and Violet Evergarden.
I'll be honest, I'm going to say Persona 5 because it's the soundtrack from the game, technically.
I'm so conflicted. I want to go Persona 5, but at the same time, I really want to do A Place Further in the Universe.
Laid Back Camp had a great soundtrack as well. I can actually remember like most of the songs.
It's doing that thing again where it. Stop before we get copyright.
I'm torn between like three. Yeah. Like Violet, Place Further in the Universe, and Laid Back Camp.
I would say a lot.
What about you, Reese? You must be really torn.
Crap! Now I'm really thinking Place Further in the Universe. Now I'm torn between Persona 5 and that. But the Persona 5 soundtrack's so good!
No.
You'll never see it coming!
This is one where I think we're all going to be disappointed by a few of the ones that didn't make it. Best opening theme song of the year.
Okay.
The nominees are Arisen from Citrus.
Yeah.
The song was good, the visuals are just too good.
Yeah, I'm judging this by the visuals as well, by the way, for the record. Binary Star from Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Break Into Break Out from Persona 5.
Best OP of Persona 5.
Eraser from Beatless. Fiction from Watakoi. Flashback from I can't remember what that anime was called. Kokoro, that's it. The one that's from the Amazon Prime one that I dropped after like episode 6. Odadashi film from Tard Never Falls in Love, which was actually a pretty good one. It's sung by the guy who did Brave New World from One Piece. And Shiny Days from Laid Back Camp.
Really?
Wait, no Darling in the Franxx?
No Darling
No Darling in the Franxx?
No Violet Evergarden? No Place Further Than the Universe?
No, all of them didn't make it.
No Overlord?
And Laid Back Camp's Jackson 5 ripoff made it?
Yeah.
Wasn't a bad song, but
So you're telling me Go By Girl was beaten by Shiny Day?
Wait,
Yes.
hang on. None of the Black Clover OPs. Not My Hero Academia OP4, the one that I like.
No, it's,
3, I think it is.
not
OP3's
all,
okay.
not all of them made it. But
No Steins Gate 0?
Yeah,
let's just check. Yeah, there's some bad choices there. But at the same time, out of all those, which one would you vote? I think I know where we're going with this one.
Remind me again.
Off the top of my head, from the ones
I'm going to have to go with Persona 5.
Yeah,
I'll go.
I'll go.
Oh, actually, yeah, Persona 5.
Persona 5 definitely for me. Ending theme song
That's
of the year.
baffling, not Kiss of Death. Wow.
Wow, that is
a surprise.
and no Violet Evergarden as well.
Isn't it?
A lot of people say that's the best one of winter.
This one might redeem it a bit for you, man.
Okay.
The ending theme songs of the year, we got Ariai Netshi from Kokoro, for the one that was on Kokoro, from the one that was on Amazon Prime. Half from Tokyo Ghoul Re.
That's pretty good. Actually, I'm surprised Tokyo Ghoul Re wasn't in the OPs as well.
Infinity from Persona 5 the animation. That one went, looking at we can.
Yeah, that's a good one to be fair.
This one you'll like, Elliot. Last Game from Steins Gate Zero.
Woo!
The thing called Primal Love from Beatless. Reform from Refrain from Love Is Light After the Rain, which is done by Amir, who did, I believe, Brave Shine.
Oh yeah, from Unlimited Blade.
Yeah.
I love that.
To See the Future from SAO Alternative Gun Girl Online, which I thought was a really good one, actually.
I really like that one. Surprised it wasn't mentioned more.
Suki Tono Hanaburo from Fate Extra Last Encore.
That was a really good.
These ones,
I'm outraged again at the lack of inclusion of Golden Kamuy.
Yeah, Golden Kamuy.
And also Ito Junji Collection.
Which one would you pick?
Oh, it's got to be Steins Gate 0.
Yeah, I go Steins Gate.
Let me have another look.
Have another look. Get it.
It was close to being Persona 5, but Steins Gate 0 is just...
Yeah, really good.
Love that ED.
Steins Gate 0. Yeah, Steins Gate 0.
Oh,
Steins Gate 0. So this is the one time all of us that definitely...
You all make me happy.
Best Action Adventure Anime of the year. The nominees are Place from the Universe, Darling in the Franxx, Token Ramens, My Hero Academia Season 3, Overlord Season 2, SEO Alternative Gun Girl Online, and Tokyo Ghoul Re.
It's got to be Darling in the Franxx for me.
Place Further in the Universe.
Darling in the Franxx.
I'm so torn between Universe and Franxx. I'm not going to pick at this point. I'm going to wait for the end of the year. I don't want to pick between those two.
Surprised Tokyo Ghoul Re's been nominated though. I heard that one wasn't really that good.
Yeah, let's move. Let's try another one. Comedy Anime of the year. The nominees are Comic Girls, Hinamatsuri, Teasing Takagi-san, Laid Back Camp, Pop Team Epic, School Babysitters, Tada Never Falls in Love, and Watakoi Love Is Hard for an Otaku.
I'm so torn between Comic Girls and Laid Back Camp.
Laid Back Camp, but also I would love a late introduction from Asabe Asabase, because that's fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm going to say, for now, I'm going to go for...
Surprise for Action Adventure, actually. You didn't complain that Golden Kamuy wasn't in that.
I expected, but it's not going to compete with stuff
what
like
about you,
My Hero
Reece?
Academia.
Yeah, I say Laid Back Camp.
At the minute, I'm going for Watakoi, but I will reckon I'll change my mind if Awase Asabase gets a nomination in this category. No nominees for Dongahara of the year, which is the Chinese anime. Drama anime of the year, there's only 3 nominees so far. Citrus, Steins Gate 0, and Violet Evergarden.
Violet.
Golden
I
Cowboy.
wish I could pick Steins Gate Zero, but it has to be Violet.
Yeah, Golden Cowboy, but
I mean Citrus. It's obviously Citrus. Who doesn't like two lesbian sisters?
Yeah, okay.
It's like me and Ren.
oh, it's so true, honey.
Fantasy or magical anime of the year. The nominees are Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, Dragon Pilot, Hiname and Matsuri. That's wrong. Hisone and Mastodon. Bed and Breakfast of Spirits, Overlord Season 2, Records of Grand Crest War, and Violet Evergarden.
Violet.
Overlord.
Violet. Really? Overlord over Violet?
Yeah, as a whole fantasy, Violet doesn't really do that much as a fantasy series.
You do have a good point there. I think
if fantasy is lizard porn, then yes.
Actually,
yes, lizard wife for everyone.
You know what? Yeah, I'm changing my answer. I'm
actually going to agree with you on that one. I'm going to
go with Overlord. Violet is better, but Overlord is but I don't think it classes as fantasy.
Yeah, I feel that was a bit of a misclassification.
I'd say it does. It's set in a fantasy world.
It's not, but like I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not like fantasy based.
It's Reese's category now. Mecha or sci-fi anime of the year. The nominees are, and don't get your hopes up, Darling in the Franxx, SE Alternative Gun Girl Online, and Steins Gate Zero.
Jesus, really? Steins Gate is mecha?
No, all sci-fi. There's not been much. There's a chance for Male Panic to get in the list.
It better be in there. Or his heads are gonna roll.
I'm gonna go with Darling in the Franxx, but I seriously wish I could pick Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah, there I go.
Franxx until Full Male Panic gets in there.
Yeah,
Steins Gate.
Steins Gate for you. I'm going Franxx.
You really don't like Franxx, do you?
I'm not that bothered about it. It's just it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Because Ichigo and him didn't get together?
No.
Instead she got with Guru, aka the actual ship that everyone thought would happen.
Lame.
Let's move on.
I don't know. Just
mystery anime of the year. Music anime of the year is a category, but it hasn't had any nominees yet. I reckon that will change down the line.
Mystery, yeah, definitely.
No, mystery anime of the year.
Yeah, it needs some.
No, I'm saying music anime of the year doesn't have a nominee.
Music anime of the year.
Mystery anime. The nominees are Token Ramens, Kakuro, Wixus, Steins Gate Zero, and Tokyo Ghoul Re. Well, that's an obvious one.
Steins Gate.
Original anime of the year. So this is no source material.
At least Wixos got nominated. I'm happy with that. That's a very good one.
Original anime of the year. This is no source material. Place Further in the Universe, Darling in the Franxx, Wixus, Megalobox, and Tard Never Falls in Love.
Place.
Oh god, you're asking me to choose between Place and Darling in the Franxx again. I don't like choosing.
I'm just gotta go Darling in the Franxx.
I say Place Further in the Universe. It was more consistent.
Place Further in the Universe, definitely.
Oh no, I'm not going to decide at this point. I don't want to choose between those two. Because I go back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
Romance of the year, anime of the year, Citrus, Teasing Tagi-san, Love is Like After the Rain, Todd Never Falls in Love, and Watakoi.
Not Darling in the Franxx?
No, surprising.
Yeah.
It might get a nomination with the wild cards later this year.
I don't really want to go with any of them because the only one of them I've seen is Citrus, and I don't want to say Citrus.
Can I say if you don't either picking Watakoi or Tada, you can pick one of those blind.
What else was in there?
You know what? I'm in that case. I'm probably going to go with Tada.
I'll go Watakoi.
I'm so torn between two of them because I think Watakoi is a better anime, but Tada did a romance anime better. So I'm torn between the two. I will decide at the end of the year because I reckon there's going to be better nominations. Sequel, new season of a year. Nominees are Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, Wixus, My Hero Academia Season 3, Overlord Season 2, and Steins Gate Zero.
Steins Gate Zero.
Academia.
Academia.
Short anime of the year, there's only one nominee, which is My Sweet Tyrant.
That one's shit, though.
Yeah. I know, let's move on. There's bound to be some better ones that will come out in the year.
Wait, hang on. Where's a space battleship Tiramisu?
Ah, so true.
You know what? I would actually pick that over My Sweet Tyrant.
Yeah, that needs to be on
definitely.
there.
Let's move on.
Trust me, My Sweet Tyrant was...
Slice of Life anime of the year, the nominees are Comic Girls, Hinamatsuri, Laid Back Camp, School Babysitters, and Watakoi.
I'll vote for Asabi Asabase when it comes on, but Laid Back Camp.
Really? No Place for the Universe?
I'm surprised at that one as well.
It's not Slice of Life, though,
It's
really,
not, I guess not. Yeah, I'm stuck between either Laid Back Camp or Comic Girls.
Laid Back Camp.
Watakoi. Sports anime of the year, only one nominee so far, which is Megalobox, which we all agree on.
Of course. I think we will pick that.
Can't wait for the Harikana Receive nomination.
And the final category, there's 4 other categories where they don't have nominees yet. But the nominees for Supernatural Anime of the Year are Wixus, Overlord 2, Persona 5 the Animation, The Distorted Life of Sakai K2,
Why is Overlord on
Seven Deadly Sins Season 2,
What?
and Tokyo Ghoul Re.
Because it's supernatural.
It's,
Which one are you going for?
surely they should be in fun.
I say Overlord.
Overlord. But I don't think it qualifies as supernatural.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh wait, what was the?
Supernatural Anime of the Year.
I'm gonna go with Wixos honestly because I think Wixos is the most supernatural.
What is Wixos?
It's like it's
Sort of card game type
It's
thing.
a very dark card game anime.
I'm going to go...
It basically in this here's a hint on how dark it is. On Lost Storage Conflated, I think it is. Anyway, someone commits suicide. Yeah, and you actually see them commit suicide.
Oh dear.
That's As you see now why I like that card game anime.
Gekugeno no Kisela could be on there. But
My pick
it's not too.
My pick is Persona 5 actually from this lot in terms of matching the category, but I think Overlord 2 is the best of the lot.
Overlord 2 is the best of the
And
lot.
we haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins Season 2 yet, so we can't make a call on that.
No, wait, there's no like horror one.
No horror category, unfortunately, but
Junji Ito
But
collection.
what about Osama Jane Season 2?
leave it there. Okay.
That's the best anime
It's so good.
ever.
What's your pick? So at the minute I think this is a very strong. I think the Anime of the Year category is very strong.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, it needs My Hero Academia Season 3 to really be representative, but I think it will get the
It needs more
nominee.
goddamn Golden Kamuy.
So,
Dude, it needs Asabi Asabase from this season.
well, we don't know yet, but at the same,
It will get on there. I fucking hope.
I feel like if there's anything that's going to be on that for this season, it's most likely going to be Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that as well.
I'm gonna actually.
Well, I'm
Cells
actually-
at Work looks like it's set to get on.
Yeah.
that
I'm going to
list.
put in a nomination for Hanji Zoe for Best Girl because, fuck, she's been so good the last few episodes.
Just to check.
I'm gonna go with is it Nicole from Angels of Death?
Rebecca.
No,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel Gardner.
Oh, Rachel, that's
Gardner.
Rachel.
Here's
She
the
is
record.
good.
Here's for the record. Here's what the top 10 of this week is. Week 5 of the summer. You got Overlord Season 3 at number 10, which is a re-entry.
Good.
Awasai Asabase Workshop of Fun is at 9, but that wouldn't qualify at this point. -1, and it's gone down a place. Grand Blue went up 1. Free Dive to the Future is at 7. That's gone down 2 places. Hanabado's at 6. That's gone down 2 places. Tenro Series The Jaeger's gone up to 5. That's gone up by 2 places. Angel of Death's at 4. That went up by 2. Cells at Work's gone down by 1 to 3rd. Attack on Titan Season 3 is at 2nd. It's gone down by 1. And Banana Fish is at number 1 at the minute. It's gone up by 2. So people are really liking Banana Fish at the minute. I've not been watching it.
It's Amazon Prime exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Because I'm really limiting my Amazon Prime at the minute because of the limited scope of it. We're never going to get really an Anime of the Year nomination from it.
Yeah.
So I really save it unless I really want to see something. And at this point in time, unless someone really convinces me, I've got no real major want to see Banana
Wait,
Fish.
quick question, did we spend longer reading out all them that we did on Fate Extra?
I think we did, yes.
Probably, yeah, to be honest.
But that's but we'll be discussing our thoughts on the summer as a whole. Next time we're back. We're back on. We're not back in September, unfortunately. We are back very beginning of October, and we're doing a vlog at the end of October. So we get them 2 for the price of 1 then, because Ren is off to Germany.
Woo!
So selfish.
Sorry, yeah, I just hate these.
So we need, and Elliot's been spending half his time binge watching Fate. So we need time to catch up.
Yeah. Well, that and I've been planning a D&D game for Friday.
Fair enough, man. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that one. So we now are going to be back on. We're aiming for October the 4th. We're aiming to come back together for it.
And then we'll have the Halloween special as well, which we will discuss.
I believe. We believe we're discussing the Halloween special. We think we have a pick. At this point.
It's still a release date for when we're getting Heaven's Field. Yeah.
We're going to do Heaven's Field when we get Heaven's Field.
Yeah, I was honestly half expecting that we do Fate when Heaven's Field came out. Honestly. Maybe like when we do that, we'll probably talk more about the other Fate movies or something, because mostly we'll just be talking about the series this time.
Well, hasn't that been that many movies?
It's been Grand Order.
True.
Unlimited Blade Work started out as a film.
It wasn't.
Was
really.
it?
Oh, is that, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
did
a
they
film
condense
first.
it?
I was thinking,
Really?
It was a film first, they got adapted into an anime.
No way.
Yeah, it was done by Studio Dean. It was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Shame. God damn it, Dean.
I don't know about you as well, but I had a look last week, and there's a lot of Fate manga and novels. So I'm thinking,
Oh, yeah.
hopefully we get some more. we get more.
We'll have another chance to talk about Fate, but we'll be back on October 4th. We'll be getting another Anime of the Year nomination with our Best of Summer Anime.
Woo!
I'm looking
Excited for that. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's despite the fact it's been a rather lacking season, I think we'll have something to say and we'll have some picks.
It's been a proper controversial one for me, really. Like, there's a few that I'm really enjoying, and there's a few that I know a few people have missed out on, or maybe are underappreciating. Grumbly Dreaming, not dreaming rather. But there's a few that I'm really strong on, and there's a few that I'm also just like on it.
Yeah. I've heard. As he said, I haven't really seen that much this season, but it is really. But from what I've heard, it has been kind of lacking for the most part.
But
from the amazing seasons that we've had this year,
winter and spring, it's not matched up to those two.
Yeah, like spring winter had really good had less good shows, but the good shows were really good. Spring had more good shows, but weren't as good as winter. This is kind of mixture of the two with the bad parts.
I think the good ones are less obvious than they have been.
Yeah,
there are still some good parts.
Our Sayasa base has been really underappreciated, for example.
Mr. Tanagawa Middle Management Blues. I think Planet With is underperformed, but it can maybe getting better when we get more explanation.
Yeah, my problem with Planet With is just the pacing. It's been too fast.
It's pretty weird. Are you up to date with
I'm
it as well?
up to date.
Yeah, and it's a case of...
We've only now just got explanation as to the different factions.
And I don't... and it's a case of, I would have cared if you'd done more effort into this at the beginning. You haven't. I don't care.
No, but I think they're going to...
What's also amazing is we might be getting rid of our best holdover category for fall because there's very few holdovers.
Really?
In fact, the only one I can find at the minute that we're watching is Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, Attack on Titan Season 3 we're really all enjoying.
Massive.
I guess in Season 3 of Overlord's only 12 episodes.
Yeah, it is only going to be 12 episodes.
To be fair, the other ones have been.
Have they come up with OVAs for Overlord,
They have had a few. They've had like 2, haven't they?
They've had one main OVA and then a bunch of spin-off videos of a dead short.
Okay.
Well, that's it. That's it for this week, for this month, guys. We'll see you back in October.
Looking forward to it already.
Woo. See you soon.
See you soon.
That
was
nice.
fun.
Well done.